Have you ever seen someone living so freely? You feel a little bit admiration or a little bit jealous, or maybe it's both. You look at her and think, how can she dare to choose that? How can she dare to choose a path that feels so unpredictable, so unsafe? Doesn't she feel scared? She quit her job, she changed her direction, she chose a path that doesn't make sense yet. Part of you look at her feeling inspired, but another part of you is thinking, what if she fails? What if she's wrong? What if she regrets it later? And you start to ask yourself, why can she take that risk while I feel stuck doing what's reasonable? I don't think the difference is courage. I don't think she's less afraid than you. I think the difference is she knows the consequences. She's not naive. She knows life doesn't give you everything. Every path costs something. It's just she knows exactly what she's willing to sacrifice. It doesn't mean she thinks she's special. It means she's honest to herself. She knows choosing uncertainty might cost her stability. She knows choosing freedom might cost her approval. She knows choosing her own path might mean being understood and alone. But she also knows what not choosing it will cost. And if you're honest to yourself, you know exactly how that cost feels like. And most of the people don't call that cost fear. They call it being realistic. Because when fear is driving, your life doesn't fall apart. You're not miserable. And that is why it's so hard to look at it. You show up, you pay your bill, you go to work, nothing is collapsing. But if you're honest not with people, with yourself, there's this dull, quiet feeling that follows you home every day after work. Not pain, it's just emptiness. You wake up, you go to work, you do what you're supposed to do, nothing is wrong, but there's something feels off. You came home tired, not because you worked too hard that day, but because you didn't feel anything that day. And there's this question you don't say out loud, but you ask yourself every single day. Is this really it? Not, am I suffering? Not, is this bad? But, is this really my life is going to be? When fear is driving, you don't feel panic all the time. You feel manageable. You feel functional. You feel responsible. You feel you're doing what you should. But that's the most dangerous part. Because one day, you're gonna start feeling scared. Not because you become brave, but because you get used to living life, half a life. A lot of people aren't afraid of failing. You are afraid of wanting more and realizing you waited too long. You are afraid of one day when you're gonna look back at your life and you're gonna think, I did everything right, but somehow I missed myself. So when you see the people who live freely, it's not that she doesn't understand reality. She sees it so clearly. So it's not about personality, it's not even about courage. It's about who's driving the car. And let me explain this. I see our body as a car, and for most of our life, it's our fear, our conditioning, our ego who's driving the car. They're always scanning what is the safest option, what makes the most sense, what looks nice. And on the surface, when they're driving, your car doesn't go crash, nothing happened. But your car keep going in the same circle, the loop, over and over and over again. And for the people who live freely, their fear didn't disappear. They can still feel it, they can still hear it, But it's just the fear is at the back seat. It's not the one who's driving the car. She knows every choice costs something. She just chooses to sacrifice safety instead of herself. And once you see that, you cannot pretend you didn't anymore. And if you stay and click on this video, that already tells me something. Somewhere inside you already feel there's something wrong. You didn't click this by accident. You click because there's a part of you is no longer willing to pretend. This part of you is ready to see your own life honestly. Maybe you don't know what you're gonna do next yet, but you already crossed the line. You choose to see, and that choice already matters. This is the space between us. It's the space where we stop pretending and tell the truth about our life. And it's a community you're welcome to join. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.